When I was an overweight, fat teenager, I couldn't run for 12 minutes without getting out of breath and having to walk. Every P session, when we would do this thing called the 12-minute run, my friends would lap around me and I would be left behind. I would end up lying to the teachers at the end of the run, saying that I'd run an extra 400 meters to the distance that I'd covered. I didn't know at the time, but there was a subconscious underlying feeling to the existence that I had, that I wasn't enough. I used to mask my insecurities with drugs, alcohol, fast food, junk food, whatever I could find that would make me feel important or comfortable, but it was all a facade. After watching a season of Narcos in my first year of university,
Plata o plomo.
I foolishly booked a solo trip to Colombia, not realizing that as soon as I would step out of the airport, all of my anxieties would bubble to the surface. I remember walking out and looking around and thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing here? I remember the first evening I checked into the place that I was staying and there were a group of travelers sitting in the living room downstairs, and I sat on my phone for the whole night and I scrolled on my phone and I contemplated whether I would say hi and introduce myself to the rest of the group. That's actually how insecure I was. I never ended up mustering up the courage to introduce myself that night. It was that moment in time that I realized that I wasn't as confident as I thought I was. There were no friends, there were no drugs, there were no comforts or alcohol to hide who I truly was and the self-worth that I had for myself. It was literally just me and my fears. Over the weeks, I slowly warmed up to the people that I was with, speaking more and more, making jokes and making friends, gradually realizing a sense of self-worth that wasn't there before. People would tell me that I'm a nice person. I was able to have these deep, meaningful conversations with people from all over the world. This was the start of my self-improvement journey. It was the first time in my life that I'd ever really put myself in an uncomfortable position, and the amount of internal growth that I got from it was crazy. The person I was back then is very different to the person that I am now. But if I didn't go on that trip, that time, I'm not sure if I would be the guy that I am today. If you can and have the time, go on a trip alone. Go and live that life that you want and become the person that you want to be. It sounds cliche, but is number one the best way to truly discover who you are and what you're about. I guarantee that you won't regret it.